In Nigeria, you can't just rely on being a nurse alone because you won't be comfortable in most cases, especially if you're not coming from a comfortable family.
Yeah. To change one thing about the profession, what is it going to be?
So if I could change one thing, it's not one thing, it's multiple things. The pay and nursing schools. We don't need nursing schools. Maybe we did back then. We don't need them anymore.
Mo gbé gbèsè mẹ́ta fọ́kọ mi o.
Ọkọ olóríire tó fún mi lóyún.
Hi everyone, welcome to another beautiful episode of Nursing Unscripted. Yes, today's episode is an exclusive one. Yes, a very, very exclusive one. The person I have here with me today, I would like to describe her as an onion because she has so many layers to her. She's a content creator, she's a makeup artist, just name it all. Like, I can literally stay on her page watching all her videos like every day. So today's episode, there's going to be too much information, TMI, so grab your cup of coffee or whatever you have with you, and yes, follow me. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Adefikayo.
Yay!
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming around today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So now let's start. Off camera, who is Adefikayo?
What? She's on camera?
Okay, so
Adefikayo is the same mostly, most times. But I just think on camera, I have to be more polished, more put together. But I think whatever you see is what I am in real life, in real time.
That's very nice. So can you give us a glimpse into your nursing journey, starting from the nursing schooling into the NYSC and internship?
Okay, so 100 level, I was not even looking to become a nurse. Like when I was entering into university, I was just looking to do anything in sciences, like maybe nursing, medicine, physiotherapy. At a point, I even considered cell biology. It was just anything sciences because I was a science student, right? Yeah. And you know how our parents want us to have something professional to fall back on, just in case. Even though you are a creative, just do this other one just in case. But when I went to Bowen, it was impromptu. I didn't even know. Mom just called me. I was doing post-UTME lesson. I just called me. We're going to one school in Iwo. What do you mean? And then I left Lagos and we went to Iwo. The next day, I wrote my exam that day. I got my admission that day. And they already sent out admission letter. My name is not on Bowen admission letter. It was after they already sent out admission letters that I went. And I was originally given microbiology
in Bowen.
Because the slot was full. But, some people would not come. So after a while, the slot was open for physiotherapy because it was physiotherapy that I was going for. That was what I even did the diploma for. But the slots for physiotherapy didn't open up on time. So nursing opened first. And my advisor at the time told me that I should just move to nursing. That's so when the slot in physiotherapy opens, I can now move to physio. So I moved to nursing. And I had a friend too that was offered, I think, biochemistry. And we both came to the school at the same time. So she didn't move to nursing initially. She said that, she would move to physio when the space in physio opens. So when the space opened, she came to call me, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "I'm tired. Like, just leave me." What do you mean? I've started classes here already. I'm okay. There's no way I'm going to. So I just stayed in nursing. And it was hectic. It was draining. It was a lot. But we made it through. And we finished. And then internship. Internship was okay for me. I applied to many places. I applied to FMC Abeokuta, I applied to UCH, I applied to HSC Lagos or HCS. I don't even HS. I applied there. Where else did I apply to? I applied to a lot of places, and some people would not call you back. Not even many of them will not call you back immediately. But I took that, I think, was it a month, because I finished school in November. And then December, I wasn't doing anything. I took that month to rest. So by January, FMC called me first. So I went to FMC first. Then later, those are the ones that started calling me. After I've rented house What do you mean? So I was okay as I was in Abeokuta, and I just stayed there. The experience was nice. Personally, I got to meet a lot of wonderful nurses that have inspired my journey, or that I emulate, because you are doing sensible things, ma. I like the way you behave. I like the way you carry yourself, and this is something that I think is worth emulating. So yes, and then they gave us a kind of soft landing into the nursing practice, because we had a period of 3 weeks that was just introduction into the hospital. They told us the history of the hospital, and I think during the 3rd week they started sending us to wards, but we won't stay there for long. You just stay there from like 8 or 9 till 12, and then you come back and give them feedback. What did you observe on the ward? What do you think can be better? And I think that's what makes them better, because they actually take into consideration all these things, and they have a body that is regulating their nursing practice in the hospital. Yes, so that was nice as well. Once in a while you meet the questionable, the people with questionable behaviors, but most of them were pleasant, disciplined. Yeah, were nice. Then NYSC, I was posted to Uyo, Akwa Ibom. I didn't want to go. I cried.
Why?
Because it's far. It was not even Lagos. I just wanted to stay within around my house, and we stay in Ogun State, so like around Ogun State now. When I was in Abeokuta, I used to go almost every weekend. That was how it was. So I want to see my parents as often as possible. I want to see my family as often as possible. But Uyo was far. I went. I conquered. It was a lot. But I conquered, and we're done. So the experience has been nice, and it has been eye-opening. You know how I said my experience at FMC was like empowering and, you know, encouraging.
Yes.
At that place, I don't even want to say the name, it wasn't as great, and I just think they are not as advanced in practice, and it showed even in their relations with other healthcare professionals. They don't carry themselves well, in my opinion. And you can't really blame the junior nurses, because that is the system they met on ground. I mean, a doctor now will tell you to dispose something for him. You ask, where is the dustbin? I said, that's the dustbin. You now bring out something from your bag and give it to me that I should go and put in the dustbin. Oh my goodness. And I said, that is the dustbin. Excuse me. And the man is saying, do you know who I am? Who are you? Man, I actually don't know what's going on. And other people, like the staff, they're being like, you don't know this person. This is consultant. Even if you consult, did you go to school because of me? Exactly. Is it me that sent you to school? This was your personal decision. So they made a whole deal out of it, and the man was offended because someone chose not to collect your debt. I don't even know what the content of that is, and the judgment is right in front of you. When the chief would be involved in the matter, she said, you should have just collected it. For peace to reign. I don't like that type of peace. It's a very nonsensical peace. What do you mean I should have just collected it? And that is why some people, because I would not generalize it as all medical professionals, some of them too will see these loopholes and try to take advantage of it. So we need to do better when it comes to carrying ourselves, understanding our roles. And I think it's because they don't understand their roles and responsibilities, right? Because they also have lapses that I saw. Like every little thing, you are calling the doctor. You want to insert catheter. You want to insert catheter, you are calling the doctor. What is going on? And then it becomes, those nurses there, they cannot do anything. And that is why they can now talk to you anyhow. Because you actually are not doing anything. They're just there. Yeah, so I think that was one thing that my eyes, was open to when I went to Uyo. But God will help all of us.
Amen. That's really crazy. That's crazy. So talking about layers, you're a content creator. So what was the inspiration behind content creation?
Okay. I've always been an expressive person. Growing up, I was always in dance presentations, drama presentations, pageantry. I did do miss everything that time. And I just loved being on the stage, and not necessarily like a proper stage, but like just doing stuff, performing. And at a point I was like, oh, I want to become an actress, right? That was it. And it stuck for a while. I still want to become an actress. We don't know, in the future it might be there, it will be there. So
now they know.
Content is like a mode for me to express myself. That's how we started out. Because okay, even if I'm not able to be on the big screens right now, I can be on the screen on your phone. You can see me, and I can also be on the big screen, because my friends used to record their television and they'll say, Fika, I'm watching your YouTube. So that was nice. Yeah, I think that was what made me get into content creation.
Okay, so how have you been juggling it with nursing profession?
It's something that I loved. And I think when you love something, they usually give this as relationship advice. You make time for the people you love. And the same goes for the things you love. If you're someone that loves to read novels, do you love to read novels?
No.
Do you have friends that read novels?
A lot of them.
Do you not still see them reading no matter how busy the semester gets?
Yes.
That's just how it is for me. So even if everything is busy and I'm choked, it's like a mode of escape for me. A stress reliever for me. Like, I will come back from classes were hectic, and I will go and sit down under the staircase, because the lighting in my room was not that great, and I was not using a great phone. I didn't have lights and everything. So there was this position in our hostel under the staircase that I chose as my content spot. So I would just go there and sit down as I'm tired, and I'll start doing my makeup videos there, because I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun for me. So that was how I was able to juggle it. And you know, there are some days where I'm more of a nurse than a creative, and there are other days where the creative part takes more of my time. So let's say the semester is not busy. Best believe that I'm not going to be stressing over nursing activities. It will be over content activities. And even now that I am, inside the nursing world itself, it's just a matter of managing my time. I know that I have to work so days. I will plan my content days around those days I have to work. If I have enough time after work, I will still do this. It's just like sleeping. Will you say you are too stressed to sleep? You will sleep, you will sleep that sleep. So I will just still do it because I want to do this thing. And I think that's what has kept me going. I want to, and I enjoy it.
You enjoy it, yeah. So talking about content creation, you mentioned YouTube earlier. So why did you stop?
YouTube. I won't say I stopped.
Okay.
I am pausing for now. Yes. When you create, you would want your work to be admired.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
When God created us finish, he sat back and he looked at his work and he saw that it was good. You want people to admire what you put out, right? And yes, they will tell you that the numbers don't matter, the metrics don't matter, you just keep going. But sometimes the metrics really helps because it shows that you are doing something right. It encourages you to an extent that, oh, people are eating this up, people like this, right? So when you're not getting those metrics, keeping yourself encouraged can be difficult.
Very difficult.
So I started posting on TikTok because it was the in thing at the time, and it is easier, at least according to the social media gurus. It's easier for you to grow an audience there, and I actually saw it working. So by the time I started seeing more views, more comments and everything from TikTok, I just abandoned YouTube. But I'll get back to YouTube.
Okay, we're expecting you back.
Thank you.
So what niche are you trying to focus on with your content creation?
Focusing on my niche. People will tell you to pick a niche in content creation, right? And I think that's why initially I was majorly creating beauty videos. Apart from the fact that my phone was not even letting me breathe, that was why I was creating beauty videos, because this is what I want to be known for. But as you said, onions, there are layers to people. My favorite creators is not only because they post beauty videos or whatever that I watch them. There has to be something else that you do that makes me interested in your content, right? In you. And I just see it as sharing a part of yourself, because at the end of the day, it's not everything about everybody that we're going to know via social media. Even real life stuff is not everything about exactly. So for now, my niche, I call myself a lifestyle and nursing creative, right? So under lifestyle for me is beauty, and beauty will cover skincare, makeup, hair, everything that has to do with play. I should look hot. It would be under beauty, right? And lifestyle would be, oh, what did I do today? A day in my life as this. Let's go to social place. Let's go and toilet fair. And then nursing. Initially, I didn't want to be creating nursing content because of the controversy. People will have opinions. And also, I realized the importance or the weight that it is. Because now people will see you as a credible source of information. So I have to be solid in my information. And that's why you don't get nursing content sharp from me. Because I cannot put out nonsense. So I cannot put out something now and another healthcare creative will now say, what she said in that video was rubbish. I have to think it through clearly and make sure that I'm giving out reliable, credible information. So nursing, beauty, and lifestyle.
That's amazing. So aside nursing content and makeup artists, what else do you do?
At the moment, nothing. But I can do a lot. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I have a lot of interest. I've always had a lot of interest. I like singing, I like dancing, acting, as I said, but like Isha now, I am a trained hairdresser. I actually went to learn it during my diploma.
So you like very well.
I can, but I don't. It's stressful. And that's why I leaned more towards makeup. Because 1 hour, 2 hours max. I am done with your makeup look. But hey, now if I want to do braid for someone, how many hours will I spend there? And I will be standing for hours. You put it like, it's just so stressful. So at a point, it started with me, okay, I'm not making braids, so let me do wigs. Because I know I can go home and do it at my own time in peace, right? But at some point, even the wigs too, I don't know why, it started stressing me out. So I was like, let me focus on makeup, right? And then in school, I used to sell thrift. We don't wear trousers in my school. And I noticed a need for sensible skirts, beautiful skirts, right? So I started selling thrifted wears, I think 400 level into 500 level. And I was selling egg and at a giggle at a point. I just used to do a lot of things. Like if I like something or I see an avenue to do something, I'm like, oh, let me do it. Let me try it. And I can do anything.
Yeah, actually, I do love what traits. That's amazing. Thank you so much. So moving to career paths and future plans. So what specialty are you going to, or are you looking forward to?
I don't know. I don't know. Every time I'm rotated to a new ward, I have new interests. Except med surg. I'm not interested in being a medical surgical nurse or even a orthopedic nurse. No. There's something else I'm trying to remember. A&E. No. Although sometimes I might like the adrenaline, but I don't think it's something I want to be doing for a long period of time. So I don't see myself specializing in those. Now, what do I see myself specializing in? I see myself maybe doing aesthetic nursing, peri-op nursing, midwifery. When I was writing the exam, I didn't like it. But now, I don't know. I want to go and catch baby and everything.
Actually, I think I love it too because you are away from, people are not really dying like that. Really,
I think that's the thing.
Yes.
I want those practices where I don't have to relate to people's family members too much. So yes.
Okay, we see that you post your man online. So how have you been able to manage being in a relationship with nursing and content creation?
I think it's just how we balance things in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even see it as something to add to the balance. It's something that is existing on its own, and then nothing to it existing. And it's not stressful for me. It's soft. It's simple.
Sounds good.
And I think I don't have to. He's not with me physically, so there's no that instead of spending time with me, creating content. We need to see, we need to do this. And even if we do see, content is going to come out of it.
Yes,
it's going to come out. This is what you signed for.
Yes,
right. It's not difficult for me. It's easy. He's not stressing me, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's really nice. So, are you team Japa or stay?
Whichever one God wants for me. If I'm going to practice bedside, I don't think I will stay. But you might want to fund my Japa plans. So, well, I don't think I would want to stay. But if it's to do any other thing, maybe if it's to be an actress, I might stay. Take content to a higher level, I might stay. Or who knows? I feel enter House of Representative tomorrow. I think people start from somewhere now.
Exactly,
I can't stay. But nothing.
But for nursing,
bedside, no.
Well, other parts,
other things, lecturing, maybe.
What drives your passion for advocating for nurses?
All right. I've always been surrounded with strong women that were nurses, and so it was a shock to me when I started studying the course and even started working. And I'm seeing that there is a huge contrast between what I thought it was, and I didn't even have a defined view, but I just didn't think it was this. All the insults, the disrespect, the stereotypes that comes with nursing, I didn't expect it. So I think that's where it came from, because it's going to be related to me at the end of the day. If you say, all nurses are ashawo, I'm not ashawo.
Exactly.
What's the meaning of that? Or you say, all nurses are wicked. I'm not wicked. You cannot just generalize like that. So while I am an individual on my own, separate from nursing, at the end of the day, these are things that would still end up rubbing off on me. And since I found myself in a position where I have an audience, so why not use my influence for good, for my profession, not just for me, but for those coming behind as well.
Yeah, that's impressive. So we are still on advocacy for nurses. So have you had an encounter with a quack nurse before?
Encounter? I don't think so.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on quackery in Nigeria?
I don't like it. It's upsetting, but I don't want to involve myself with it anymore.
Why?
Till I'm able to do something drastic about it, till people can pay for their offenses. Because I don't know how people are so wrong yet so confident. I've spoken about this at a time. I don't even know what led to me talking about it, but I did. And the feedback that I got just goes to show that there are lots of people that are championing the progress of quackery. And your excuse is, it's because we have privilege and they don't have privilege. That is why they are there. People that wanted to be doctors all their lives but did not get into medical school. Did they go and learn it? People that wanted to be lawyers all their lives. People that wanted to be engineers. Like, there are some professions that you just have to go through the proper route. Yeah, for it. So it does not make any sense that they are making this kind of excuses, right? But we have people that are encouraging them. The people who train them, sadly, doctors train them. Sadly, some nurses train them, because at the end of the day, they would employ one registered nurse and then bring in people and tell the nurse to, put them to work and teach them. Sometimes she will have no option but to teach them, because is she going to do all the work on her own, right? But if we think of the future of nursing, these are things that we should not even let happen. But everybody is hungry, so I get why this can happen sometimes. And other people too, people that are trying to protect, they are also fighting against you. They're telling you that, that these auxiliaries, now them sabi walk past, that oh, they know more than
they
you.
can injection and all of those stuff.
Obviously, they'll be able to do it because they've seen it over a period of time. Like if I shadow someone for a year, 2 years, and I'm not able to do what that person can do, something has to be wrong with me. But that does not mean that they're certified to do it. Do they understand the reasons why we do some of the things that we do? Later now, someone will choke you at burial, they'll say, is that nurse that did it? If you do your research, it's not a professional that did it. So that in itself is a stain, is causing problem for us. We have our own battles to fight, and we don't need this to be part of our battle. So I hate it. I'm against it. And if I have my way, all of them are shame.
Talking about quackery in Nigeria, I hope you've been following NCI and you've seen our latest movie, Unmasked. I want you to do me a favor right now. Hit the subscribe button below, follow us, like all our videos, and also watch the movie. Like, let us spread the information together. Let us spread the truth. Let us spread the reality together. So be part of the movement. Yeah, I'm waiting to see you. Bye. So back to you. So, okay. Now, we know that nurses in Nigeria are often underpaid and undervalued. So how have you been able to navigate that reality, like after coming out of school?
It's been sad, and I don't understand people that lied and said, oh, nurses have money, because people think that. People do. Money. And when I was in not diploma, internship, I've heard people tell me that they went to a bar, right, and then they were hearing men talking about how that the best type of women to date now are nurses, because the bar is not too far from FMC. So a lot of staff used to go there to chill and all of that. So they were chilling, and they heard these people talking about FMC nurses that at the end of the day, I think it's just coming from irresponsible people that are looking for women to prey on, that oh, at least a nurse has a job that would pay her, like it's a stable job to some, but the average nursing salary cannot do anything for you anymore. The average nursing salary in a government facility, entry level, would be maybe 200k. Some might even still be less than that, some might be higher than that. But let's just say you alone, can 200k take care of you completely in a month? Now imagine you now have a family to cater to. So it is difficult, and it's not fair that people have to be nurses and still need a side job. Nobody should even need to have a side job. We should be able to be comfortable, because considering the years that we spend in school, considering the fees that we pay, it's not commensurate. Which year will I finally be able to pay my parents back for their investments in my life? So it is sad, but this is where we found ourselves. I just hope that going forward, we have more people in places where our matters are brought to the table, who can advocate for us and, you know, change policies in ways that will favor us. Some people have done a lot and they've come this far, but there is still more to be done.
Okay, so what advice are you going to give to others trying?
To others?
Yes, to other people that are coming after you.
Oh, nurses? Yes. In Nigeria, you can't just rely on being a nurse alone, because you won't be comfortable in most cases, especially if you're not coming from a comfortable family and you have to be sending money home. Yes, so it's going to be difficult. So if you can find a trade, something that might not be overly time consuming, that you can be doing alongside your nursing, because almost all the nurses that I know always have something else they are doing. I know a shoemaker that is a nurse. I know a jewelry seller that is a nurse. I sold thrifts myself when I was in school. I know hairdressers that are nurses. Like, they always just have something to do. I know people that own shops, that they just sell maybe provisions or something, that once they close from work, that's where they are going to. So it's sad. I don't like this reality, but please find something to do alongside nursing.
What are your thoughts on using media to change the perception of nurses and fight misinformation?
I'm in support of that, and I think that's something that's I'm heavily into now. I didn't see myself doing that. I didn't see myself advocating for anybody initially, but now that I have the audience, that I have the voice, and you can affiliate me with this profession, so why not? we've been misrepresented in the media for the longest, and this quackery is part of the reasons why. Because people that make movies probably went to the hospital as a relative, and then they saw one doctor talking to somebody somehow, and they translate it thinking that is how it is. And also, you know, the way people carry doctors on a normal day, even outside of the healthcare sector, when you say, oh, someone is Dr. this, there is this
so much
prestige that comes with it, right? And it does not look good for us. Because if I was watching Nollywood and I was seeing nursing in Nollywood, I would not be impressed. There was a movie I watched. It's a Korean movie. I've forgotten the title, but this girl was a nurse and she cared too much. So they moved her from normal medical wards to mental health wards, right? If I watched that movie, I would be like, yes, because they know what they were doing. There's another movie too I watched where they had issues in the hospital, but the charge nurse of that hospital was on fire. Movies like that, they represent us well. So I think I need Nollywood to do more of that, to position us, you know, greatly. And I don't think they'll be able to do it if we don't involve ourselves in the media. We need to be on the set. We need to be part of people that are writing the script. We cannot do this thing alone. We have to partner with the media to change the narrative.
That's a very brilliant answer. Thank you very much for that. So if you could change one thing about the profession, what is it going to be?
So if I could change one thing, it's not one thing, it's multiple things. The pay and nursing schools. We don't need nursing schools. Maybe we did
back then,
but
not anymore.
We don't need them anymore. It's part of our problem, because people see it as an alternative to going to university. But as I said before, if someone did not make it into medicine or did not make it into law, would they go to school of something? We don't need it anymore, and it's a waste of your time. Because when you're done with it now, you will still go back. There are some levels that you cannot get to in your career that you still have to go back to university. So that's like 4 years. If you go back to university, you enter uni in 200 level. So it's just a waste of your time, because now that person has done 3 years before and that person is doing 4 years now.
7 years.
And let's not even talk about the pay at the end of the day. So right now, it's more of a disservice. It's no more important. So if I was to advise somebody that wants to go to school to become a nurse, just go through
the normal process,
university. Because now that School of Nursing is college and you have to do 4 years, you now still go back to 200 level and do another 4 years.
Crazy.
It does not make any sense anymore. Wrap it up, Papa.
Thank you so much for this episode. Like, it's been so amazing. Like, I promised the viewers that they are going to enjoy too much information, and you dished out everything perfectly. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So now we are moving on to the fun part, which is the games part. I hope you're ready for this one. So now we are going to be singing antenatal hymns. What they do, their rituals. So I'm going to be starting, then you complete the lyrics. So it's going to be some kind of complete the lyric stuff. So I hope you are ready.
I will try my best.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay, so the first one that we have here, ọmọ tó wà nínú mi. You are lost.
I think it differs from state to state.
Okay, so let me hear your own. Like, I feel like, okay, maybe this one is...
It doesn't even sound familiar.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Wait, finish it. I
don't know that. I don't know this particular one. I can't remember this one.
I don't think I've heard this one.
Okay, you've not heard this one. Cancelled. Moving on to the next one. Hello, Momo, fine.
Wait. I think...
Okay, I need to listen to your own verse. Which one do you know?
I don't know anyone by heart.
I don't know anyone. But they sing
Mama. Why? I feel like what I want to say is not the correct response.
Okay, let me hear it.
Owo. Owo. But I don't think it's the correct response. What's the correct response?
Omuni.
Oh, that's what they used to say. Yes. Actually.
Okay, so the next one, Metaphor mi o.
Ọkọ olóríire tó fún mi lóyún.
Yeah, you got this one. So to the last part of the whole game and the whole episode. So we are going with this or that question. So NYC or internship?
Internship.
Any day, anytime.
Instagram. Work. Is it work
yes,
or
work?
Internship.
Okay. Instagram or TikTok?
I can pick.
Okay.
Because I think picking will determine where I have better audience. But Instagram is beginning to pick up. Let me just say TikTok.
Okay. So now that you've seen OAU, Bowen or OAU?
In what sense?
Every sense.
I can't say I've not been to your classes.
Okay,
I've
what
not
about
had
the environment? Let's talk about the environment.
I don't want to walk a lot. But OAU is fine. Definitely. It's huge, you know, it's spacious, the greenery is nice. But I cannot walk. Bowen.
You are picking Bowen because it's your school, eh?
Maybe, yes.
Yeah. So scrub or white uniform?
Scrub.
Okay. Wound dressing or catheterization?
Catheterization.
Wow. Why?
Sharp and finish. I can be at wound dressing for 3 hours.
1 hour.
No.
Yes. Stage 2 of labor or last office?
Stage 2 of labor.
Then, so the last question. Nurse Adefikayo now or 8 years ago?
Nurse Adefikayo 8 years ago.
Why?
Because I would love to change a lot of things at that point. I would have not gone to the school that I went to. Not that the school is bad, but the opportunities for my creative outlet was kind of limited. Yeah. And I feel like I'll have been able to soar more if I wasn't in an enclosed environment. School. Yes.
Wow. So thank you so much for coming. Like, I really enjoyed this episode personally. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And to our viewers online, thank you so much for staying with us. We love you. And don't forget to watch our movie Unmasked. And then subscribe, share this episode to all your friends and family. Thank you so much. And this particular episode is aired in NCI Studio, located at Obafemi Awolowo University. Kindly check it out. If you are in town, you can check it out. It's located in New Market. And if you are not, anytime you are around, just check it out. Thank you so much. We love you. And bye.